comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hopping, Easter's on its way. Bringing every girl and boy baskets full of Easter joy, things to make your Easter bright and gay.
Hey, Rob Smith here. This is the day before Easter. Doing a quick live here. This is it looks like the sound is working, which is superb. Guess I need to go back here. Hold on just a second, because I need to get this. I don't know how to get rid of this Mermaid Live. It's just there forever and ever. I hope y'all are doing swell. This is the painting I have here. Is the one I did during the live. Turn this down. This is the music. This is Danny Kaye from Here Comes Peter Cottontail, very popular Easter serving from the 1970s. 1970s. Hopefully this will show up as it is. And there was my friend Joanne Fenstermacher posted about a very, very poor painting done on the side of the Palm Harbor Library of a spoonbill. Um, there are all sorts of problems. The bills are incorrect. The mangroves are incorrectly drawn, and there are mountains there. But that's swampy Florida, and that's a Florida thing. What I can show here instead is, speaking of Danny Kaye, I do have a Danny Kaye action figure. Yes, I do, and it's actually from Here Comes Peter Cottontail. Yes, this is a Danny Kaye an actual figurine that was made involving this animated, and it was animated by Rankin Bass, so it was the stop motion. Essentially, you could almost redo the stop motion with this, with this wonderful piece involving Danny Kaye. If you're a Danny Kaye fan, which I happen to be, and even comes with an Easter egg. How about that? So my Danny Kaye action figure. I also have a Rex Harrison action figure. I have a number of action figures. But anyway, this is not neat, nifty little item here I have in my little collection. I hope you all are doing well. It is Easter. I hope you all have. Now, oddly enough, in this drawing, of course, I have some Easter eggs, and this Easter bunny is after the Spoonbills Easter eggs. Uh, I did this live. It was a blank page. It turned out like that at the end. But I hope you all have your jelly beans. Have your jelly beans ready. Yes, 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 yes. This is all you should be eating pretty much between now and Monday is nonstop jelly beans. So what am I going to draw here? I don't know. What do you think I should draw? That's a good question. I think you'll have a good answer too. Um, Teresa Glover mentioned something about roller skates. So let's see what we want to do here, huh? How about that idea? Well, there's everything. I'll do another Easter bunny. Let's actually do a couple things here. Of course, I don't know what this is going to quite turn out to be. We'll see if I can make this turn into something. And if you want to join in on the swampy Florida one, we talked a lot about Florida history and Florida and Easter. Now this is more. This is more. I didn't put any buck teeth. Here in Florida, we used to see bunnies all the time. Now we don't. I'm gonna do like an idea here. Let's see what happens. And of course, I like drawing bunnies and all. And I'm actually not seeing there's a comment there. Hold on, I'm not seeing comments because actually it says there's a comment. I'm actually not seeing there's a comment. I don't see the comment. I don't know why. It says there is no comment. Oh, well, thank you. It's a secret, whatever it is. It's not showing up. I wonder why. Hold on a second. Now I'm confused. I wish this wouldn't happen. It does often. I'm noticing Facebook's gotten very strange about comments. Someone posted a comment on something I did here. Oh, after the roller skates. And I could see, oh, wow, awesome. Hello, Bobby Gunther. Are you still here? Someone posted a comment on something I did. Okay, that sounds a little loud, so I'll modulate my voices here. I hope, Bobby, you have a great Easter Sunday over there in Ocala. I'm coming into Ocala on Friday. Found out some old friends of mine, George and Noreen Piper, have moved into a place called Bridgewater, right outside on top of the world, and I plan on visiting them. Um, I'm actually going to be in Bradenton on Thursday. I'm going to real quickly have to run into College Park on Thursday morning somehow. So I'll be going from Palm Bay to College Park in Orlando. I got to go pick up some mail. And then I'll be driving down to Bradenton. I hope to get over to the Manatee History Village, even oh so briefly. It's a wonderful place. It is free, free, free. I really hope to get there. I don't know if any of you all roller skated at all. In Orlando, when I was little, we roller skated over at Fairvilla at a skate. I think it was called Fairvilla Skate Center or something like that. It was actually it was part of our school. So we did as part of the school. I actually didn't care for it. Oddly enough, when I was working at Ringley School of Art and Design. One of my part-time jobs was doing graphics for a roller skate business. Actually, right across the street from the old Ringling Circus property. I'd have to bicycle from my dwelling there in Sarasota while I was at Ringling. Sunshine Skate Center, that was the name of it. Now I think about it. Yeah, Sunshine Skate Center. They're always doing weekend things and interesting. That's funny. I'm still. Oh, there's Brian Swan. Don D. White. I don't know what that is. You'll have to explain yourself, Mr. Swan. What is Don D. White? I tagged my sister. Oh, all right. Now see that message disappeared or something's going on. I'm not. I'm seems like the messages are briefly showing up and going away. That's not something new, Swamp, that Facebook's doing. See if I can get this in here. Let's see if Brian's last message sticks around for a while. And then it disappeared. Did, did you delete it or it just disappeared? Yeah, because it's still showing Bobby's message is no longer here. Oh, Facebook. Well, actually, that's Facebook. This is being streamed over a number of platforms. So it's over at YouTube right now, too. So that's one of the reasons I did that was because Facebook has become so volatile. It's still calmer than it was last year or the year before, but it's maybe a sign it's going away. Strange happenings. All right. Um, we are doing something here that once we get started further, once they actually start being printed, we're endeavoring upon some prints uh, involving structures in our state. We're starting off with Melbourne and Bartow and Titusville. I should have more of that actually on my Swampy's Florida page tomorrow, I think. But that may involve something I could do that might show something I could toss over if they want over at the Pioneer Village because could do some things about Pasco because I'd love to do one with the Trilby Depot. But we'll see. Let's see what happens. Oh wait, okay. I meant to draw a roller skate there, and I didn't do that. So here, you know this if you're watching, and I'm going to show it coming off his foot somehow. He didn't have it tied right. That's what happened. Whoops. I discovered during the Swampy's Florida one, I believe I have some allergic reaction to the paint. I've been doing things around this computer and not having any sinus problems. The only time I'm watercoloring is when I'm doing one of these lives. Suddenly my nose starts acting up, so I believe that is the case. But I should have that last one I showed may just appear over at Fine Art America as a print that'll be available. Part of the goal of my new little life I'm leading is trying to make some of this stuff more available and not just do silly drawings all the time. Now, where a little chick gets roller skates, I don't know. Probably over at Tractor Supply. They probably have. I didn't know what Tractor Supply really had till I was in North Carolina last June and went there because oh, I'm not sure this is going to work. That's good. That kind of works. At least I remember to put roller skates on both of their feet. If you want to call it, chicks have feet. It's like I should have something else here. This is a lot like the one where'd it go? Oh, under here. It's a lot like I've got two in a row here. Well, let's add a little bit more. Add something more here. Tree. Christopher Urick. Strange happenings. Well, thank you all, any Bobby and Brian for coming by. I appreciate that. Kind of very quiet last Saturday and Sunday. I expected it to be a bit quiet this time because of Easter, but glad some folks are here. Tomorrow I'll also do more with Easter stuff. Now, is this bunny to blame for the havoc that this poor rabbit is going under? I'll put another little chick over here. How about that? Just don't want them all to be lonely with just two of them. I gotta think about design of the page a little bit. Easter havoc, yes. It's always good to have a little Easter havoc. You want to have Easter havoc in Florida? Get your chocolate rabbits and put them in the right there on the dashboard of the car. Just right there. Drive around a little bit. It's how you get a chocolate sundae in Florida. Just do that. Now here's a little secret to design. Now I shouldn't have put his leg out and his leg out the same way. So this time I'm going to do the other leg out. It makes it more interesting if you do it the right way, which I didn't do. As long as a one going the right way, makes the thing much more interesting. Yeah, actually, I get into a bad thing. I'm working on these drawings of these buildings, and to me, it's a lot more fun doing the research. I've learned a lot about a lot of buildings. I've learned that first of all, Bartow needs to designate some historic structures. That's one thing. And the southern part of Brevard County doesn't have a really active historical group. They sure have designated a lot of structures. Good for them. I don't know the situation in Pasco. I'll have to look. I haven't looked that up. But first focus, and then Titusville's a whole other animal. The but I should have building drawings done by this time next week, even though I'm really busy. This whole week, I was really busy this past week too. One reason I didn't do many lives, or I only did one. Actually, it was only Swampy Florida. I never did a live at all on my cartoons page. I might be able to do one Monday and maybe Tuesday, but Wednesday, I don't think so. Maybe Wednesday. Doubt it. Not Thursday, not Friday, but I should be able to do one live here on Friday, Saturday. And someone was asking me about my availability about things. Right now, my weekends are actually rather clear. My weekdays that I've got problems with, especially Thursdays and Fridays. Maybe there's some Easter eggs out here. I hadn't thought of that. There's some Easter eggs already hidden. Maybe we'll put bush over here. Some little bush. There's an Easter egg hiding under here. Here we go. Oh, hello, Kim Moore. Kim Moore Allen. Are you still connected with Joanne or Edna Mac or whatever her name she's going by? Because I that's what this picture was kind of in response to that. So about the very poor painting of a spoonbill in I guess it's supposed to be a mangrove on the side of the Palm Harbor Library. The, whoever did it was clearly from out of state. because there's a mountain. There's a mountain range in the background. How did the Palm Harbor Library okay that? What? Uh, really dumb. And the spoonbill's poorly drawn, and the mangroves are not. It's just awful. I hope that it was donated, not paid for. I'd go help him with it, but uh, I'm I, I'm pretty busy. Okay, JoJo, yeah, yeah. That painting. I guess I'm not sure if Joanne took the photos or where the photos came from, because they probably won't change it unless it became a news thing. But I doubt it will. What's sad is most people wouldn't even recognize there's anything wrong with it. I mean, I'd gladly help them change it, but I can't go up there and do that. I can give them a new drawing, a new painting to work from, transfer it. I'll do that free. Oh gosh, I better finish this tree. What a weird looking tree. Yeah, I was mentioning how when I was little, I used to go out and Easter egg hunt over around. We did an Easter egg hunt in Winter Park, Florida. And we did it till we got older, and suddenly something changed. And the last Easter egg hunt we did in Winter Park, a whole bunch of older children came out, and they were pushing us away and running for it and grabbing all the Easter eggs they could, and not letting anybody else get them. That was in the late '70s. We never went back and did it again. Of course, we were also older, and it was about time we stopped. But I felt bad for all the little people who didn't get a chance to do it. Now I notice that there's a limitation to the eggs you can get. But who exactly is figuring that out? If a 3-year-old is running around grabbing Easter eggs, they generally can't even count to 10, much less 12. Well, are the parents supposed to be going around with an abacus or something to keep track of what they have to pick it up? If only people were nicer these days and not losing their roller skates. All right, let me add some color to this. Yes, this is, and I don't have to because I know this takes up time. And so, if you want me to, I could add color, not add color, or I could start. While I wait for an answer to that, if you say don't add color, I'll go to the next picture. What say you? I mean, I could add color later and get on to the next picture. It's up to you. Not that I have any plans for another picture. I just make it up. Yeah. And if you're quiet, then I'll, because this could take longer. I'm going much slower with my painting stuff, which is going to be very important for these buildings I'm doing because they're really nutty about details. What's the anybody who have a thought about that? Keep doing the color or go on to another drawing? I could do drawings all day. All day I could do drawings. If you go to my Swampy's Florida, you'll be. I haven't posted them yet. I'll post the pictures of the ones that Joanne posted of the Palm Harbor Library. If you want to see what those look like, what I'm talking about. Actually, the spoonbill's so poorly done, I'd hazard to say it even is a spoonbill. That's how bad it's done. You could assume it is, but quiet on the western front, so I'll just continue what I'm doing. But I admit I don't do them as fast as I used to. These buildings I'm doing are very, very time consuming. Whereas I can do something like this very fast, the buildings take many, many hours. Many, 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 many hours. I'm doing one in Titusville that'll. Happy Easter to you too, Kim. I'm sorry. Yes, so many friends are restricted. Well, I mean, you and Joanne and Ann are all have restrictions, and frankly, so do I these days. I'm not getting out like I once did. That's kind of my own choice. I just don't want to do the caricature thing anymore. I am going to do it on Thursday for an elderly care facility. That I don't mind doing because they know I've been drawing there for off and on for a long time. But if you cold calling, nah, no, thank you. As long as I keep doing, and I think we're doing some neat stuff with this building thing. Wait till you see what if these turn out like we're hoping they turn out. They're going to be very neat. Oh, indeed. But you can look on Joanne's page or my Swampy's page. She has them up now. I'll have to put the ones I'm doing up later, probably after this, because I took her pictures. I'm gonna have some hard commentary to it too. I was over at the Melbourne Library about a week ago. They had actually it ended today. Buy one get one free. Considering they're already selling the books for 50 cents at a dollar, half price. Oh my gosh! Well, I was shocked to see they had so many Florida books. So I nabbed them. I nabbed them. But it gave me some extras. If I find out folks need them, I'll give them away. I'll give them away. It didn't cost me much. In fact, I've already given a few away. Oh, if our friend Elaine comes in, I've got a poetry book for her. I picked up there. Oh no, I actually picked up somewhere else. And if you're looking for a book, please let me know. I love looking for books. It's the only way I calm down, slow down. And that's one reason I'll be in Ocala on Friday. How's that looking? Sorry, I go so much slower when I add the watercolor now. If you saw me before, of course, I used to do these out at the Disney Military Industrial Complex back in the 30 years ago. And I wanted to do watercolor very quickly. This is still fast, but I used to go faster still. And yes, I was calling it the Disney Military Industrial Complex 30 years ago. If you know me, you know I'm no fan of that place. Stay away. Stay away. Never have. Always been that way my whole life. Never cared for the place. No, I dislike it. Please visit. Please visit our local parks, our real parks with trees and trails, or Manatee Historic Village, or over Pioneer Village. Real interesting places, really nifty places, places that deserve your time. Gosh, time I'm spending on this. Goodness gracious me. Oh, there's Joanne. Yeah, I talked about this during my. I did a live on my Swampy page. I talked about this very extensively. Yeah, that painting is shameful, and they're good, and they got obviously someone who's an amateur. So why not get someone who's skilled? There's skilled people in all over Pinellas County who could have done it. And as I said, I can't do the painting up on the wall like that, but I can give them a better drawing that can be interpreted. I'll give it to them free. Please get it right. We need people to understand it. And we don't need people seeing poor portrayals. Oh, Joanne, if you're still here, that actually I did this. So it's a bunny chasing. a spoonbill, rather accurately drawn. May I point out? The only thing I did different, I did this actually the construction of the bill and the construction of the head is pretty much one piece, much like many other birds of similar ilk. I just went ahead and also the neck tends to be more white than pink, but I that but the construction of it is correct. Also, the mangroves, they're not green, they're green and red and purple, various colors. And then there's a bunny chasing after, trying to get the spoonbill's eggs. If you've seen spoonbill eggs, they're very neat. Spoonbills are not easy to find. They are not sitting on the side of the street with their thumb out, hitching a ride. You gotta go look for them. Oh well, thank you, Ken, if you're enjoying this. Or it's just it's. I just thought I'd celebrate a little Easter stuff here. And this is getting, hey, as I've said before, sometimes I'll go a whole week and I won't draw a thing until I do one of these. I need, it's like doing the buildings. I got to do the buildings, so I draw for the buildings. Otherwise, it was this past week, but the week before, 2 weeks in a row, I didn't draw anything for a full week till I did this because it makes me work and draw. Otherwise, I'll sit and research, read books, figure things out. It's fun for me. And if my friend Teresa Glover, who suggested this whole roller skating thing, she would want me to mention that I'm Artist of the Month for the month of May at the Bartow Art Guild. And I got to behave myself because I don't care for that kind of thing. I'm going to try to get to Fiesta in the Park. Oh, that's right. I may not do a live next Saturday. I may go to Fiesta in the Park. I haven't been there in years. I used to be on the board, and I never really fit in well because I don't get along well with art folks. But I had a whole bunch of friends there who weren't necessarily into art. I haven't been there in years. So I may go next week. May go. Because I need to try to be thinking a little better about this stuff. Even though I'm not really doing art things anymore. I mean, I not my work is more research these days. Thank God. I don't mind seeing some friends and try to gain some self control about art stuff. Cause I got to go and speak to a bunch of art folks on May 13th at Art Bartow. I need to be a good boy, not be. I tell them all to go do something decent like read, learn how to draw spoonbills. Yeah, today it's everybody's worried to complain about how someone does artwork. So you get things like that spoonbill painting. And that may be it. It could be that the board was afraid to tell the dope who did that thing, well, this is how you're supposed to do it. Like they're going to insult them. No, you're insulting everybody in the community by incorrectly depicting manatees, mangroves, and mountains in the background. Heaven's sakes, what do you think you're doing? Mountains. But that's not. This is not the first time this has happened. By the way, there are many times in Florida's, and I've seen them. I remember in the '70s and '80s it was popular to put mountains in the back of in paintings and even photographs. People claiming it was Florida and there's a mountain in the background. A lot of movies made in California. What was the one with Stanley Holloway? It's a moonshining film, supposedly taking place in Florida, and they're running around. There's mountains in the background. What are you doing, guys? Come on. And that's, I understand you're doing a film and you can't get to Florida. I get it. When you're painting and you're right here, come on, guys. And so many people who could do a decent job in Pinellas County. And oh, again, I hope it was all donated because you all need to ask for your money back in Palm Harbor. Yeah. Well, I look forward to, I'll be in Bradenton on Thursday, and I'm going to go by Detweiler's. Detweiler's is a great farmers market, local, mostly carrying locally made meats and locally made foods. There's about 5 locations. The furthest north is Palmetto, and the furthest south is in Venice. And I'm going to get by. Typically, when I do, one of the reasons I like to do this event, one of the events at this retirement facility, is I can go to Detweiler's, and they have frosty root beer, which I love. But I just learned from my friend Jim Fern that the Winn Dixie down the street here was selling. I want to have one here, maybe tomorrow. So I've got one. I got them in the refrigerator, but they're selling frosty root beers. So I don't have to wait to go to North Carolina to go get some more, or Detweiler's. I'll still get some on at Detweiler's because the ones at Winn Dixie are in bottles, plastic bottles. They're big. They're 32 ounces, whereas the glass bottles are only 11, and they're $1.25 at Winn Dixie. Now this is apparently not the result of the Aldi acquisition, because I learned from my friend Christine Jasper that occurred yesterday. Yep, the closing of it. The announcement was last November, October, same day as a new Winn Dixie was opening. My friend Christine Moore, I believe she's running for county commissioner again in Orange County. She was so proud to get this location in Apopka. Everything that's been there fails, failure after failure after failure. Finally got the property sold. Winn Dixie picked it up, or Southeast Grocers built a Winn Dixie. The grand opening, 9 a.m. or 9 a.m. Exact same moment that Aldi releases their press release saying we're buying Winn Dixie. Wow! And because the Aldi in Apopka is not more than a mile away, maybe 3/4 of a mile. Almost certainly they're going to close that Winn Dixie. It doesn't make sense to keep it open. The thing is, they won't be able to, I think they'll learn they won't be able to sell the property because there's some sort of curse on the property. I'm very interested to see what Aldi does. But I guess I was showing here. I have what do I do with it? Oh, here it is. I actually have one holding my pens is a Thrifty Made crushed tomato can. Yep, there's a name gone. Thrifty Made. But I've got one. Good old Thrifty Made. Yes, 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 yes. Wings of Gold. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, that was a disappointment for the Emerald Coast because they were hoping that film that was going to take off and really give them more filming, and it didn't happen. I was doing all that work for my friends over in Fort Walton Beach at the time, and they were really looking forward to that being a big deal. It didn't happen quite as they thought it would. But that's been as one who's studied and written the history of film in Florida, we're never going to have filming will never be any better than it's been. And in fact, our greatest days were in the 19 teens, 1920s. It'll never be. We're just too hot. I think Joanne would agree with that. No, I do. We're too hot. The weather stinks. And as I say, if you don't believe it, you go listen to some DVD commentaries of films made in Florida, and you'll hear it over and over. One of the best ones is the Punisher film that was made in Tampa. I forget the name of the director, but he just rails on and on and on about how horrible it was to film in Florida. The weather, the storms, lightning. John Travolta is doing a scene in downtown Tampa, and he's wearing a big long coat that they've had cut slits in to make it cooler. Uh, but while he's trying to do this scene with all these cars, they're at some car lot, lightning striking all around him, and it's funny. The guy says in the DVD commentary, "I will never film in Florida again," and so he hasn't. And who can blame him? But people move to Florida because there's a sucker born every minute, aren't they? I hope to. The plan right now is for me to be back in North Carolina, cooler climates, here for about a week or two, Memorial Day weekend, and probably the week after. But I can't be gone too long because of my new job commitments. All right, now I got to color some. I got to color these. I'm gonna make it a little simple. Oh, your mother's here. Hello. Oh, I miss cash and carry too. I have very fond memories of cash and carry. I probably lost it in the move, but I still had some cash and carry items. We went to the one at Winter Park, which is now a plumbing supply, something like that. Yeah, I like cash and carry. I went to the one on Ehrlich Road in Tampa too, Ehrlich and Dale Mabry. I'll say this Winn Dixie I went into near it's actually right down the street from me here. Reminds me of what I saw in North Carolina. Of there's three there's around Pilot Mountain to Mount Airy. There's three grocery stores right in there, and that is Food Lion, Lowe's, and Ingles. And all three of those have a very similar layout, very different from Publix. This Winn-Dixie, which is part of Southeast Grocers, which is also influenced by, which also has the same competition Southeast Grocers has in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. They made the Winn-Dixies look a lot like those. By golly, what should I make? I'll pretend like these are twins. So they're wearing the same color. Sweat City, you bet. Yeah. Yeah, when it was so nice that I've been able to really being taken care of here by so many folks. Uh, but the thing was, I just have to have. It's so hot where I am, and where you all are. It's all concrete and asphalt, and not a lot of trees. Where I was in Ocala, a lot cooler, a lot cooler. You don't have to go far to get a lot cooler either. Mm, I wish it was a lot cooler. The plan is right now for me to be here for about a year or so. They're not quite sure what's going to happen after that. All right. I happen to know Teresa Glover, who mentioned roller skates, loves the color purple. So here's give this bunny purple roller skates. Let's see, how much time do I have? Ooh, not much. Okay, I'm going to wrap this one up pretty quick here. Go on to another drawing. I want to pick up on some things that were mentioned here. I want to make that kind of light green just for fun. I hope you all get lots of Easter eggs, and I hope to get to my next swamp. My Swampy's Florida while I was in. Actually, last summer I started coming up with a whole series of swampy books on fun books about holidays, like you used to see, Easter, Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving, but Halloween, Christmas, just fun little books. You can still find them in Dollar Tree and so on, but they don't. Mine would all relate to Florida, and I started writing two of those when I was in North Carolina. I wrote Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, and started writing Fourth of July before I came back here, but I could not get them done in time. So I'll aim to have those for next year, but they'll be fun little, just games and fun. There is history in there. St. Patrick's has a lot of history in it about, especially if you know Miami Beach. There's a lot of history about Miami Beach and Wolfies. And actually, I forget what the other story is. The other story takes place somewhere else. You just do this basket real quick like a bunny. Like the other one a little bit. Thank you all for coming by. There's Teresa Glover. See, I gave the bunny purple roller skates because you like the color purple. In fact, Teresa could not actually rob a bank because if she robbed a bank, you just look for someone wearing purple shoes. That would be the war. That throughout Polk County, uh, Sheriff Judd would get up there and say, "All point bolts at anyone wearing purple sneakers." I couldn't rob a bank in Florida. because I'd rob the bank and I'd run outside, be so hot, I'd go back in the bank again. Yeah, I couldn't do it. What leave the what leave the air conditioning? Yeah, Joanne couldn't either. Don't have to worry about me robbing no banks. All right, let's see. I was going to do this real quick. I'm going to do another drawing because you've all brought up some things that I want to draw something about. Oh, I do. Like Teresa can't see this yet. I'll have it on Swampy's Florida here before the by tonight, in the next hour or so. But Palm Harbor. So now that I'm in Palm Bay, I'm having problems saying Palm whatever. So Palm Harbor, your library has put together has had a mural done. And since Teresa's so involved with art stuff, as in Bartow and all, uh, they done this painting of a spoonbill. By the way, this is why I did this during Swampy, Florida, of a spoonbill, mangroves, and wait till you see what's in the very background of it. But I'll post those pictures, and it's very disturbing. It really, really is upsetting to me, especially. I hope this was as a convict, and they're just kind of getting revenge, angry they're putting. So that's why they did what they did. Think they'll put me in jail? I'll show them. As someone who could successfully rob a bank. Put fall money everywhere. Have people come out. Just tell people you're going to be there beforehand. I'm going to go rob a bank. Oh, okay, well, I'll wait outside so you can running out. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is, yes, it is unbelievable. Oh, Grady's B&B, you could do it. I think you'd have fun at Sheriff Judd's B&B. He seems like a cool guy to hang around with. Yeah, just you go rob a bank, and when he arrests you, just say, "I just want to spend some time with you." Anyway, he's kind of a star. I don't know. I'm not sure how much you're aware how much he's brought up around the country. It's not like he's an unknown factor out there anymore. Some people like him, and some people don't like. I don't see how you can't like the guy. I mean, for heaven's sakes, guys really put a bite out of taking a bite out of crime, as needs to be done. Apparently, the sheriff here in Brevard County is a Judd fan. However, the sheriff in Orange County is not, which explains why Orange County is like it is. Yeah, convict mural maker. I bet that's what happened. Something's got to explain this, for heaven's sakes. There's no excuse. There really is. As I said, the real problem is that clearly the Paul and Teresa knows this. For that mural to go up, or painting, or whatever you want to call it, it had to go through an approval process, and the approval process was picked over carefully. And obviously they were too busy looking to see if they were offending someone to see if there were actually any accuracy in what the person was going to do. There's another issue involving this painting, which I won't bring up here, that Joanne brought up in her post, and that is what the spoonbill's beak looks like. But I won't. I'm not going any further there. You can look at it and see yourself. But that apparently is something else about all this. But I don't think I actually don't think it was intentional. I think just the person was an idiot, didn't know what he was doing, or she, or whoever. Maybe it was a maybe it was an alligator because alligators like to eat spoonbills. Maybe it was an alligator. To, that would explain it. But that would have brought some attention and probably the media if there was an alligator up on the side of the Palm Harbor Library painting a mural. But maybe not too. But I hope to have the Ross Allen book out by May. That's what I hope. I haven't been able to find the artwork, but I think my storage room's in Ocala. We're going to move over here the second week of April, and I hope to find it. If I don't find it. I thought I had it with me, but maybe I don't. Yeah. Well, that is yeah between Grady and a camera. That's true. He's Oh, I didn't want that purple. That is not a purple I wanted. Whoa, caught myself there. I hope. Oh, I made a boo boo there. But let's see if I just. Yeah. Yeah, and it could have been just someone's brother, sister, somebody. I mentioned Christine Moore and what she had a problem with this Winn Dixie, unfortunately, opening the same day the Aldi acquisition was announced. Um, but she's very particular. She's got a very I should say that I was one of the people she wanted to do artwork, that I did some artwork with Christine. But she'll get some murals done. They're very, very good, very accurate. She's picky, and she's from New York, but she's very picky about accuracy. I really like what Christine's done with that. She just doesn't let anybody go do anything. And you can see on her, if you go to Christine Moore, County Commissioner, District 2, whatever, Orange County, she's had one, a young lady, in fact, very good mural done, very accurate. I'll have to send those to Christine because she'll find that funny. All right, so there that is. I'll go back over and punch up some of the lines in there, but how's that for what it's worth? Oh, I didn't. I gotta. Only problem with Easter eggs, you gotta go decorate them. Yeah. Oh, I should do red because I got the shoes red. Eee, I don't want to use green, or I'll just use yellow. Well, yellow's being used. Oh my stars! What have I got myself into here? Back to purple. Hello, Andrea Kaczynski. And what I may do is, because one of the things is I'm to be trying to put more of my artwork for sale or have it available, which I'm not good at doing. But my Fine Art America is going to expand significantly. So I'm actually trying to create artwork for it. I don't think this is top notch stuff. Actually, I like this. That was just fun right there. So I may post that. May post that. Involving Teresa Glover again. I should mention that I'll be at. I'm going to be a good boy. I'm going to be a good boy. Teresa, I was saying I'm going to try to go to Fiesta in the Park next week. And I used to be on the board for years. I never cared about the artwork while I was there. It was fun. Actually, we had a lot of things there was a lot of policing. I mean, a lot of policing we had to do. What can I draw here? We were talking about some things y'all were talking about. I want to draw off of. Um, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Another So I'm going to try to go to Fiesta Park and see and really test myself, be a good boy, and I'm going to try to be a good boy if I can. Since I left City Hall, I really was very careful about what I said about everything because it was my job at City Hall. Now we're marking 18 years, I think, since I've been away from City Hall. 18 years. It was 2006. And since then, I've gotten less and less careful about what I say. I just say things. And I've got to try to do a better job here. So I get to Fiesta, and then we're talking to our friend Melissa Busby about that. She's got lots of, she's, her mother's not doing it all well. So we hope and prayers that her mother does gets better. But she's depending on what's going on with that, because Melissa's a good art person, real good. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know if I've ever tried drawing one of these before. Yeah, there we go. The Easter Bunny in Florida. Droopy tail. Fiesta in the Park is in Orlando. It's the largest, actually, art festival in the southeast. It takes up all Lake Eola. It actually is all around Lake Eola and then goes out in other directions. It's huge. And part of the thing was that we're very insistent that anyone who's there has to hand make whatever it is. You can't come in with, thrift shop stuff. It's got to be handmade. And so I was involved. We had to keep an eye out because some folks would try to cheat, and then we had to throw them out. Yes, yes, yes. Poor buddy. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Well, it's going to be a matter of, yeah, that's kind of why I really need to go by the Fest in the Park. It's just a few weeks beforehand. Well, it's actually a little over a month beforehand. And Fiesta Park is next Saturday and next Sunday, and it is crowded, and parking is a nightmare. When I was on the board, we had special parking. We could go park at certain special places. I'm not actually sure who's in charge. My friend Betty Lee Sansone used to be, and she died here a year ago, 2 years ago. I'm not sure who's in charge. Before that was Nell Atkins. Who? We were all refugees from Pine Castle Folk Arts Center after we had to close the Folk Arts Center because of a horrible thing called United Arts. Um, Ripped as we're and still rips everybody off. No one should be a part of that. Um, we all moved over to Fiesta. I wasn't going to. My friend Nell asked me, would you join us? And I said, okay, because I like Nell. And Nell's a College Park kid. Well, she's not a kid. I guess Nell's in her 80s now. When I moved to Ocala, I had to jump off of that. And I went and joined things in Ocala. And now I'm joining things in Brevard. Yeah, I should be at least in a week. I'll have certainly have the Pritchard House painting done, and I can show that neat building that is. Such a neat structure. Most people like the building because there's a lot of ghost stories. I don't really care about that. Just a neat building. One of my favorites in the state, actually. I've never tried painting it before or doing anything with it other than study it, history. But the key is get that history out there. It's so important. So the bunny didn't even deliver all the eggs. So hot and miserable in our state of Florida. I show a lot of. Now, where's this plugged in? Now, there's a good question. Let's say maybe it's plugged into a tree. The tree has an outlet in it. Squirrels did it. I don't know if Teresa's still here. Okay. Yes, I will. Joanne, yeah, I do too for that bunny. Uh, and this week it's going to be plenty hot, going into the 90s. Miserable of miserables. Actually, I'm making that 3 prong, but yeah, I'll post it. So yes, I'll be actually. Oh wow, look what time it is. I'm sorry, I won't paint this here then. It's too late. But I'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock and do some more Easter fun. And fun for me for all this is make it up as I go. It's a challenge, intellectual challenge. How do I put together what y'all are talking about, make it into something? That's fun. Get the brain moving. What comes of it? Yeah, I've got working on a number of buildings. In Melbourne, I'm working on the Flatiron Building and what was known as the old Melbourne Hotel, um, involving Bartow, working on the Lake Wales. Well, Lake Wales Trade Depot. I've started drawing it. The problem is we don't know where it originally was. At least I can't figure it out. And right now the museum's closed. Oh, by the way, about that depot, what I'm going to include with that depot is someone I met because of you, Teresa Glover, and that's Mimi Hardman, who is getting forgotten. In fact, that part of the museum that was named after her is no longer. It's gone. They're trying to erase her, but she's the reason there even is a museum. So I'm going to include her in her red, white, and blue and her big hair in the picture by the depot, in front of by the depot door there. Okay, I know I can put up here. That is the sun blazing and killing everything in sight. Rawr. All right. Well, how's that? And I can pay it. I'll make sure I sign it. I don't know, Andrea, did you stick around, or did Andrea Kaczynski split the scene? She may have. Because 2 days before the trip to Bartow's, plan is to be at Valiant Air Command. I hope to do that because that'll be pretty neat. Like, oh, I wish that was a little darker in there. Yeah, that's better. Well, I may add some paint after this, or maybe no, I better go. Well, I can stick around. You care if I stick around and just add some paint? I'll try to make this a little quicker. And I'm still going live on I'm also live on YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, I believe. Yeah, Bill Dussinger was here before. I'm live on LinkedIn. I'm not sure how much longer I'll keep doing that, but for now it's that way. I do this paint stuff, but I'm not a paint guy or art guy at all. If it's interesting to try to figure out, then if it gets my brain, the key is to get my brain wanting to move. Otherwise, you don't care. But folks seem to be reacting a lot to when I do the colors, so I've been adding it here. And I'll post all these. I didn't actually post everything I did last week. I never posted the mantis I did on Monday. Manti Day. Wow, that's a weird brown. All right. Oh, there's Joan. Good night, Joan. Thank you for being here. Yeah, you can. If you want, I can send you a copy. I can send it over. I got to scan all of this in, of course. Thank you all for being here, being a part of things. I usually close out at 8, just sticking around because I want to do this drawing while you all were chatting about how bloody hot it is. Miserable. Real quickly, a quick color in here. Oh, see, I'm doing this completely different than the other one. I'm doing the background first, and then I'll do the particulars. Doesn't matter. Get the thing done, right? Heck, I could have drawn an antelope and said it was a bunny, according to the Palm Harbor Library. Honestly, I'm more and more believing that this was something where they didn't want to offend the person. You want to know what's wrong with not offending people? That kind of thing happens. Because I just can't imagine they're that stupid at the library. They let that happen. Someone had to say, wait a minute, that doesn't look like a spoonbill. Oh, we don't offend him. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Of course, if the media gets a hold of it, they're really going to be offended. And well, they should. Well, who knows? Then the media may say we don't want to offend anyone either. It's been nice being away from City Hall, and I can say whatever I want. And being involved in politics helps that. Oh, I got to get a hold of Barbara Price. Okay, thank you very much. Happy Easter to y'all. Have a great Easter day, and hope you get lots of bunnies. Or whatever, chocolate bunnies. Get a bunch of bunnies the next day. You'll have even 3 times more. And I'll bop out of here in just a bit. We'll quickly add some color. Whoopsie. Oh, why? I'm making the shadow in the wrong place. Oh, poo. The sun's over here. Oh, my own worst enemy. Here, I'm going to unflip this just so I can move it. Do this. Troubles here, and I got to make it work. And some people look at this, oh, this is odd. To me, it's a big puzzle, and can I make it work? Can I make this puzzle work? Can I sell the story? All I care about is sell the story. Does it make sense? That's what's important to me. And that's why that Palm Harbor thing especially offends me. Moronic people go around saying they're artists and getting paid for it, and the dopes who finance it. I'm just debating whether I want to get involved with this Palm Harbor thing. Really tempted. If I find out these idiots did this for some emotional garbage reason, I'll go after that board. Actively seek people to replace them. If I'm set myself up having to help them redo it, I don't mind donating the artwork. They just have to find someone else to pay it, put it up there. But that thing needs to be replaced. You don't need the outstaters any dumber than they are. And with paintings like that, it doesn't. It really is hurts us. I know someone who would have get upset about this. Old Soup Heart. Her birthday is tomorrow. I don't know what's happened to her. She's over there. She'd be someone to get up in arms about something like that. I know someone else who get up in arms about it. Ooh, I just saw somebody else. But I got work to do. I'm in a little different position than I was a year ago. But who knows what I may do? I don't talk about stuff I do actually. Never mind. I didn't say anything. You don't know who I am, and I've never existed on planet Earth. Yeah, it's gonna be getting hot. Yeah, it's looking better. Oh, ton of this little fella here. Oh my gosh, I got about 3 minutes. I need to get out. All right, let me turn it off just so I can make sure I can still get this quickly. Gray. I just make this faster and make it all this gray. Because really, if I get stopped here, I need to go and get back to the other work I have to do. Not to continue with this, but all right, I got about 3 minutes or 2 minutes, and I'll stop wherever I am here. All right, but thank everybody who's been here today. Ooh, I need to make sure that looks like it's plugged in. Oh, here. Why does it have a blue cord and not a? Here, I'll solve that by doing this. Suddenly this pops out more, which is a good idea. There's a little nameplate. There we go. Yeah, it's not reading around. 14, 1 minute, and I'll just let go and I'll. Wow, those are weird green clouds, but we all need some green clouds in our lives. Thank everybody who's here today. Joanne and Joan and Kim and Brian Swan, Peter Kaczynski. Do the inside of that real quick. Oregon. That, 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 that. Oh, the shadow's gonna come out here. Come on. Oh, shadow, come out here. It's a big puddle. I should have done a puddle of water around him. I don't want to get go too far. All right. 8:15, 16. Oop, we got to get out or I won't be able to use this. All right. I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much. Rob Smith here. Bye bye. Happy Easter. Have a great Easter tomorrow. Be back 6, 7, 5 p.m. Swampy, Florida. 7 p.m. right here. Take care. Bye bye.